Well, here they come, as always. Our Roman protectors, right on schedule for their morning feeding. The sun should be so consistent.
Rachel, dear, don't think of them as Romans. Think of them as paying customers. It makes the transaction a little more palatable. Well, here comes Octavius with his new commander Marcus on patrol this morning. I wonder what they're up to.
Good morning, old man.
Good morning, Centurion. So, Octavius, taking your new boss out for breakfast this morning? Looking for a promotion, perhaps?
Be careful of your tongue. I'm in a good mood, but the day is still young. The Centurion informed me just this morning that he wished to accompany us on tour today.
That's right. It's been a long time since I've been to the marketplace. I've missed your pleasant company, Asa. And I miss seeing your family, too. Hello, Hannah. Your uncle sends his best. You should come visit him more often.
So, my traitorous brother still works as a Centurion servant? How's the old bird faring these days?
Not well, I'm afraid. He's suddenly taken ill, and nothing seems to help. I thought I might take him some fresh bread, baked by his favorite niece, to see if that might cheer him.
Amaziah is sick?
Is it serious?
Honestly, I don't know. The physicians are baffled by his condition. Nothing seems to help. Hannah, maybe if you come visit him.
We've instructed our granddaughter to keep to her own side of the city. Just because her favorite uncle works for the Romans doesn't mean she should be keeping company with them also.
Besides, I don't think she went there only to see my brother.
Grandfather?
Yes, well, I'm sure Amaziah will enjoy the bread. You are all welcome to come visit him. Anytime. It would be fine.
Excuse me, sir, but shouldn't we get going? We have a lot of ground left to cover this morning.
Yes, of course. Here, this is for the bread. Good day, Asa. Goodbye, Hannah.
Good day, good day. So, Amaziah's not doing so well. I'm not surprised. He's probably sick from associating with those Romans.
Yes, well, at least now they're gone. Only 24 more hours until we see those brutes again.
I don't know, Grandmother. Marcus is nice enough.
Nice enough? A Roman? For my granddaughter? I hardly think so. But now, a Jewish boy, that would be nice enough. But I forget. Our granddaughter has refused the proposal of nearly every nice Jewish boy in Capernaum. Let's see. There was not kind enough, not spiritual enough, not caring enough, and of course, not handsome enough. And I mustn't forget, but Grandmother Rachel, I don't love him. Nice enough? A Roman soldier? For my granddaughter? I hardly think so.
But he's different from the others, Grandmother. He's kind and he's good to his men. He's smart and he's brave. Uncle Amaziah told me of a time where he once risked his life in battle to save a wounded man. And he loves Uncle Amaziah like he was family. Well, how many Romans do you know would come to our part of the city to help a servant?
Asa, do you hear what I am hearing?
Yes, and I'm beginning to believe that Centurion didn't come here for only fresh bread.
You better be careful, sir. She's a beauty, all right, but she is a Jew, and Jews are nothing but trouble.
They're not all that bad, Octavius. After all, I don't know what I would have done these last few years without her uncle's help.
Oh, I grant you, the girl and her family seem pleasant enough. But you can't separate them from the rest of their kind. You get involved with a Jewish girl, and you get involved with all the Jews. And they are a difficult lot.
Maybe you're right, Octavius. But Hannah's different. Occasionally we talk when she come to visit her uncle at my home. Traveled all over this empire and never met another woman like her. Take them in on, Sergeant. I'm going to bring this bread to Amaziah as a present from Hannah. Maybe it'll brighten his day like she brightens mine. I've seen lots of beautiful girls all around the world, maybe hundreds or so, but none have a wonderful charm as the girl who disarms me with one hello. The face of a goddess, the voice of a bird, a beauty that touched my soul beyond the grass of my words. If anyone's listening in heaven, please tell me, could she be the one? Say my search is over. Could she be the one true hope for me? In 1,000 years, in 1,000 lifetimes, could I ever find a sweeter reason to believe? Could she be the one for me?
I've lived in the same little place, seen familiar faces since I was a child. I've dreamed of a wonderful morning when love would be born in a stranger's smile. The prayer of a maiden, her champion true. The moment his eyes met mine, my girlhood wish had come true. Dear Father in heaven, I know that you hear me. Could he be the one? Say my search is over. Could he be the one true love for me? In 1,000 years, in 1,000 lifetimes, could I ever find a sweeter reason to believe? Could he be the one for me?
Sir, someone to see you.
Send him in.
Not him. Her.
Hannah, what are you doing here at the garrison? Does your family know you were here?
No, and they mustn't find out. I've come because of Uncle Amaziah. I went to your home to see him this morning. Marcus, he's dying.
I know. I appealed to the Roman gods for a cure, but he only gets worse. I would do anything for him. You know that, don't you? He's been like a father to me. But what is there left to do?
I know someone who might help. A very wise and amazing man. A rabbi who's healing people and changing lives. If anyone can save my uncle, I believe he can.
Where is he? How can I meet him?
Teaching on the hillside tomorrow, just outside the city. Follow the crowds and look for me. I'll take you to him. I must go now. Oh, and try to look a little less Roman. His followers are not exactly supporters of Caesar.
All right, I'll be there.
Sir, but if you don't mind me asking, what was that all about?
It seems Hannah knows someone that could heal my servant. I'm going to meet him in a hillside meeting tomorrow.
Did she tell you the man's
No, she left before I thought to ask. She only mentioned he was a rabbi that could heal the sick. I thought it was worth investigating.
hell? If it's a man I suspect, a rabbi called Jesus, I could tell you. And if that Jewish girl of yours is involved with him, then she's trouble too.
Jesus of Nazareth. Yes. I've heard rumors of him, but no real information, though. What do you know of him, Octavius?
I've heard that he has very unorthodox views, even for the Jews. He is performing miracles just as the girls and drawing large crowds. There are plenty of stories floating around about him, some that date back 30 years or so. Incredible. Of a virgin birth. Stargazing magi, traveling halfway across the world to pay homage to a baby king. But you would be too young to remember them, sir.
Oh, I've heard of them. But what does it all mean?
I don't know. Word in the market is that the Jewish don't and are trying to find ways to discredit him, set the status quo. Others are beginning to believe that he is a Messiah, a Savior, some sort of king. As for me, I say he's trouble. Plain and simple. Call it an old soldier intuition. The Jews have had plenty of these messiahs come and go, but this Jesus is different.
All right, then. You and a few of your men accompany me to the hillside meeting tomorrow. But stay in the background, out of the way and out of sight. If there's trouble, we'll deal with it then. But first, I must meet this miracle-working man, if my friend Amaziah is to have any chance at all to live.
Could he be the one? Say our search is over. Could he be the one true hope to set us free? In 1,000 years, in 1,000 lifetimes, could there ever be a sweeter reason to believe? Could he be the one we plead?
Marcus.
Hello, Hannah. It seems I found the right hillside.
Yes, you did, but I thought I told you to look a little less like a soldier. You stand out like a camel in the Holy of Holies. And only a blind man would miss your friends across the way. I thought I could trust you, Marcus.
You can trust me. Octavius is here only in the case of a disturbance. Honestly, I would have thought a Roman uniform wouldn't cause such a disturbance. Other nations under our jurisdiction have found the benefits of working with Caesar, not against him. Why do the Jews resist so?
Could it possibly be because the Romans have taxed us into complete poverty and denied us the freedom to worship the one true God as we please?
You're starting to sound like your grandfather. Look, I came here to help Amaziah, not to argue. However, we have allowed the Jews to observe their religious practices within reason.
We are tolerated only to the point that we are not a threat to Caesar's rule. Anyone who crosses that line is dealt with in the cruelest of ways. Surely you've heard of the place in Jerusalem called Golgotha, where Pilate hands out Roman justice to poor Jews who threaten the mighty Caesar.
Roman justice is swift and final, I agree. But it's also fair and just. Innocent men have no reason to fear the Roman courts. Thieves and insurrectionists, they get what is due them by the hand of the governor.
Why should I have thought you would understand? A Roman soldier can never know what it is to be a Jew. Someday God will deliver us and we'll be free again. But meanwhile, we suffer persecution at the hands of whichever brutal government is fashionable.
Deliver you? With a Messiah, right?
Yes, a Messiah. How did you know?
My men and I hear things. It's our job to know the local politics. Speaking of such, where is this miracle man? How can I meet him?
There, the man in the middle. That's Jesus.
He's not at all what I had envisioned.
I'm not surprised. He's not what most people would think the Messiah would be.
So he's the Messiah? The one to deliver all of Jerusalem from the tyranny of Rome? I'm sorry, but he hardly strikes me as the conquering hero.
I don't pretend to be wise in matters of the scripture, and I don't know the prophecies like the men do, but I do know that Jesus is special. He's different. He's not changing governments, Marcus. He's changing people. And when he talks about the Heavenly Father, it's as if he speaks with complete authority, with familiarity. He's so wise, far beyond his years. But mostly, he loves people.
When can I meet him?
First, Marcus, listen.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. And blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
Hannah, there won't be any trouble, but I must speak to this man now. Amaziah can wait no longer. Lord, I have a dear servant that lies at home, paralyzed and in terrible suffering.
And I shall go and heal him.
Lord, I do not deserve to have you come under my roof, but say the word and my servant will be healed. For I myself are a man under authority, with soldiers under me. I say to this one, go, and he goes, and to this one, come, and he comes. And to my servant, do this, and he does it.
I tell you the truth, I have found no one in all of Israel with such great faith. Go, it will be done as you believed it would.
Was it so simple as that? Just because I believed he could delegate his authority to one of his men? Does this mean Amaziah will be all right?
Go see for yourself, Marcus. Go home and see what a little faith can do.
I don't believe what I just saw. First, the centurion comes here begging for the help of some Jewish holy man. And then he takes the rabbi's word and everything is going to be okay. Just because he has faith. Faith in a penniless Jew? I don't believe it.
Marcus has faith, Octavius. Very rare in a Roman, but a fact of life for the Jew. Faith is the key to knowing God.
My faith was a father Abraham that did follow God in a foreign land.
By faith were his hands were as and for he was a man of faith. By faith Sarah bore her only son, and a mighty nation was thus begun. By faith in Jehovah was all this done, for she was a woman of faith. By faith are we called God's chosen race, do we bless his name, do we seek his face. By faith are we led through all our days, for we are people of faith. We are people of faith.
By faith did a brother Moses flee out of Egypt, land out of slavery.
By faith did he part the great Red Sea, for he was a man of faith. By faith Daniel entered the lion's den, and without a scratch he walked out again. By faith we can learn to be just like him, for he was a man of faith. By faith are we called God's chosen race, do we bless his name, do we seek his face. By faith are we led through all our days, for we are people of faith. We are people of faith. By faith Jericho came down, by faith was the giant slain, by faith was King David crowned, by faith in Jehovah's name. By faith are we called God's chosen race, do we bless his name, do we seek his face. By faith are we led through all our days, for we are people of faith. We are people of faith. By faith are we called God's chosen race, do we bless his name, do we seek his face. By faith are we led through all our days, for we are people of faith. We are a people of faith. By faith.
I thought I should personally come and deliver the good news. Amaziah is completely well now. He's up and about and back to normal.
As long as he serves in the house of a Roman, my brother can hardly be described as normal. But still, it was a good thing you did for him, and Hannah told us all about it.
Yes, she did. And it was a good thing for you to come and tell us of Amaziah's recovery. But now, if a certain stubborn old goat would just go to his brother, a brother who just days ago lay at death's door, and make good all the bad feelings that have festered between them over the years, then maybe, just maybe, this family could celebrate Passover this year without a fight at the dinner's table. Yes, Asa, you go to Amaziah. Asa, you go. Yes.
Hannah, isn't it wonderful Amaziah is well now? Everything worked out just the way you said it would. So now, Perhaps you could help me with one more problem. It seems I'm gone off and fallen madly in love with the most wonderful girl. And despite the protest of her grandparents, I think she loves me too. But there's an invisible wall that separates us. It's because I am Roman and she is Jew. If our differences keep us apart much longer, I may need your miracle-working friend to mend a broken heart.
Believe it or not, Marcus, my grandparents are beginning to admit that you're not so terrible, and that alone may be a miracle. You're kind and gentle, if not a little stubborn, and thoughtful and loyal, even if you are naive about Rome's injustice.
I believe the invisible wall may be crumbling.
But don't you see it's more than all that? It doesn't matter to me that you're Roman. What matters is that I follow Jesus and you serve Caesar. You saw how he healed my Uncle Amaziah. If only you would look with your eyes of faith and see Jesus for what he really is, then maybe things could be different between us.
Octavius, what are you doing here?
Sir, sealed orders arrived for you from Rome just this morning. You weren't at the garrison or at your home. Your servant Amaziah thought we might find you here. Your orders, sir.
My troops and I are being transferred to the court of Pontius Pilate in Jerusalem. We are to leave tomorrow. I'm to be a centurion in the governor's court.
Congratulations, that is great news. Finally, to be living in a real city for a change. We need to go immediately and pack our gear. The men are going to want to celebrate tonight.
Can't go just yet, Octavius. I need to speak with Hannah.
Sir, no use to explain to me. Just tell the lady goodbye and then join me and the men at the tavern. And if you don't mind, I won't stay around for the tears.
Hannah, isn't it incredible? I'm to be a centurion in the court of Pontius Pilate. This is incredible. Hannah, you must come with me to Jerusalem.
Marcus, if there's any chance that we are to be together, you mustn't go to Jerusalem.
What?
I love you, Marcus, I do. But I follow Jesus, not Caesar. And you could too if you would only test your newfound faith.
But Hannah, this is everything I've worked for. I risked my entire life for hope of a command like this. And now, my destiny miraculously falls into place, and you ask me to walk away to follow some wandering, penniless preacher? It makes no sense. What kind of choice is that?
It's the most important choice, Marcus.
Watch where you're going, woman.
Forgive me, sir.
Hannah, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. Here, let me help you.
Oh, no, sir. There's no need for you to bother. It was certainly my mistake, Centurion.
Hannah, it's me. It's Marcus. You don't have to speak to me that way. How long has it been? Nearly 2 years since I've seen you? What are you doing here in Jerusalem?
Forgive me, sir, but I don't know anyone named Marcus anymore. And certainly the Centurion has more important concerns than a clumsy Jewish girl. I will be out of your way quickly. Don't waste your time. My master needs me. Or is it suddenly against Roman law for a Jew to follow her Messiah?
Ah, great, sir. Perhaps it was your destiny to flirt with danger. Not with women.
I tell you, Sergeant, I've known my share of beautiful women in this empire. But I had to go and lose my heart to a woman that won't return my love. And why? Because I refuse to throw my life away to follow some itinerant prophet she calls a Messiah. Why is it every time I encounter this Jesus, he troubles me so?
Like I said, sir, he is nothing but trouble for you and for me. He's trouble.
Did you see what he did? It's outrageous. The man's a lunatic.
Worse than that, he's a blasphemer. He called the temple his house. I say he should be arrested.
Arrest him? Nail? Just look at those people. They adore this Jesus. Arresting him will start a riot. No. First, we must discredit him. Trip him up somehow. We must trap him with his own words. Teacher, we know that you are a man of integrity and that you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. You aren't swayed by man because you pay no attention to who they are. Tell us then, what is your opinion? Is it right to pay taxes to Caesar or not?
You hypocrites! Why are you trying to trap me? Show me the coin used for paying the taxes. Whose portrait is this? And whose inscription?
It is Caesar's, of course.
Then give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and give to God what is God's.
Teacher, in all the law, which is the greatest commandment?
To love the Lord your God with all your heart, your soul, and your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it, to love thy neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these two commandments. The teachers of the law and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat, so you must obey them and do everything they tell you to do. But do not do what they do, for they tie up heavy burdens and put them on men's shoulders, but they are not willing to lift a finger to help them.
He made fools of us.
And what's worse is people love him for doing so.
We're losing control. We cannot let this continue much longer. Passover is only a few days away. By then, he'll have the entire city on his side.
Something must be done. Something must be done soon. Something must be done. Something must be done soon.
This Jesus of Nazareth is stirring up the people again.
Something must be done. Something must be done soon.
I see that will bring the wrath of Rome down and
Something must be done. Something must be done and soon.
We must tell Caiaphas, go straight away to Caiaphas. The high priest Caiaphas will know just what to do.
He'll deal with it discreetly.
he'll handle it completely.
The high priest Caiaphas will know just what to do.
Something must be done. Something must be done soon. Something must be done. Something must be done and soon.
Hannah, Octavia said you sent for me. I'm so happy you changed your mind. It's so good to see you again.
Centurion, Marcus, I've come for your help. A friend's life is in danger, and you might be our only hope.
I see. Who's in trouble?
Jesus. Today in the temple, he chased away the money changers and embarrassed the priests and Pharisees in front of the crowd. Moments later, I overheard the priests talking, planning their revenge.
What sort of revenge?
They said they were going to Caiaphas, that he would know what to do. They sounded so angry, Marcus. It all sounded so evil. I'm frightened for Jesus' life.
Caiaphas, the high priest? Been witness to several heated encounters between he and Pontius Pilate. It would be difficult to say which man hated the other more. Caiaphas is a dangerous man, but Jesus has too much popular support right now. Caiaphas could never get past Jesus' loyal followers.
But what if he does get past them somehow? You said yourself he's dangerous.
Yes, but he's also a man with no real political authority. Without Pilate's consent, Caiaphas can take no lasting measures against Jesus. Rome would never condemn an innocent man. So see, Hannah, everything will work out. I'm sure Jesus.
I hope you're right about this, Marcus. I pray you're right about this. But deep in my soul, it feels like everything's about to change.
Yes, of course, you're absolutely right. Something must be done about this Jesus of Nazareth. Our coexistence with the Roman heathens is fragile enough without some foolish rabble-rousers stirring up the people. We will deal with this man in the most finite manner. Better for one man to die for the people than an entire nation perish.
Perhaps we could run him out of the city before the Passover begins.
And how would you propose to do that? How do you take a man with hundreds, perhaps thousands of followers and simply run him out of the city? It's not that simple. Efforts to discredit him have all failed. His popularity grows daily, at our expense, I might add. No. You do not chase away a man like Jesus. He would only return and our problems would return with him. Gentlemen, our solution must be permanent. We need a reason, a plausible reason, to have him arrested. We must be clever about this. More important than that, we must determine a proper time and place for his arrest. Someplace quiet, away from the eyes and ears of his adoring public. And to that end, I offer you the services of this man. Gentlemen, I would like you all to meet Judas Iscariot. He has agreed for a price to turn his master Jesus over to us tomorrow night at some out-of-the-way place. All we need now are a few convincing witnesses and a little cooperation from our friend Pontius Pilate. If all goes well, we will have Jesus of Nazareth tried, convicted, and executed before Passover begins. Excellent. Well then, good night, gentlemen, and sleep well. Tomorrow promises to be a very busy day. Indeed, indeed. Oh, and Malchus, pay the man.
The lonely night of shadows, a chill hangs in the air. The sinless man of sorrows is kneeling in despair. His anguish breaks the silence. Please, Father, take this cup. As teardrops stain his face, his shoulders saving grace, his prayer is offered up. Thy will, not my will, be
Are you still sleeping and resting? Look, the hour is near, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise. Here comes my betrayer.
Let's go, down!
He's the one! There he is! You rest him. He's the one. He's the blessed. Rest him. Rest him. Arrest him.
Friend, do what you can for. Am I leading a rebellion that you come with swords and clubs? Every day I was with you in the temple courts and you did not lay a hand on me. But this is your hour when darkness reigns.
Take it!
Caiaphas. Understand you have a pressing problem that only the governor can handle. Well, this had better be important to have awakened me at such an early hour.
Pontius Pilate, Your Excellency, we are certainly grateful for your audience, sir. Here is our problem.
Bring it in front of Pilate. Sword up there! Get in here!
I see. So what charges are you bringing against this man?
He is a criminal. If he were not, we would not be handing him over to you.
Well, take him yourself and judge him by your own laws.
May I respectfully remind His Excellency that we have no right to execute anyone.
You, stand up here. You're that prophet from Nazareth, aren't you? Now, I've heard some things about you. My wife has even seen you in her nightmares. So just who are you, anyway? Are you the king of the Jews?
Is that your idea? Or did others talk to you about me?
What? You think I'm a Jew? It was your people and your chief priests who turned you over to me. So just what is it that you were supposed to have done?
My kingdom is not of this place. If it were, my servants would fight to prevent my arrest. But now my kingdom is from another place.
You are a king? This could be entertaining after all.
You are right to call me a king. In fact, it is for this reason that I was born, and for this reason I came into this world. To testify to the truth. Those who believe in the truth follow me.
What is truth? Another lunatic Jewish philosopher. Where do these people come from? I have found no basis for the charges you bring against this man. But it is customary that I release one prisoner at the time of Passover. Would you like me to release this king of the Jews? No. But I have found no fault with this man.
Your Excellency, this is getting out of hand. I'm sure this man is innocent. Shall I have the guards throw the mob out?
Silence! You take him. I have found no fault with him.
But we have a law, and according to that law, he must die because he claimed to be the Son of God.
Do you hear what they are saying? Where do you come from? Speak to me. Don't you know who I am? I have the power to free you or to crucify you. Here is your king. Shall I crucify your king?
We have no king. We have no king but Caesar.
I am innocent of this man's blood. Crucify him.
some wine? Oh, come now. Aren't you thirsty? Come on down and have a drink with me and my friends. Save yourself if you're the Son of God.
Father, forgive them. They know not what they do.
You were going to destroy the temple and rebuild it in 3 days.
Come down from that cross and you are the Son of God.
He saved others, but now he can't even save himself.
He is King of the Jews. Come down off that cross, then we'll believe in him.
My God, why have thou forsaken me? Father, into your hands I commit my spirit.
Tell me, Centurion, who was that man?
Could he be the one? Say my search is over. Could he be the one true hope for me? In 1,000 years, in 1,000 lifetimes, could I ever find a sweeter reason to believe? Could he be the one? Surely, Jesus was the Son of God.
What is it now, Caiaphas? Wasn't it only yesterday that I did your dirty work for you? I didn't expect to see you again so soon.
Your Excellency, one small detail remains. It seems that while the deceiver, Jesus, was still alive, he claimed that he would rise up from the dead on the 3rd day after his death. Of course, this is all nonsense. But we believe his followers will try to steal the body in order to promote such a fantasy.
So what are you asking of Rome this time, Caiaphas? More killing? I guess we should crucify his disciples. No, that's not enough. Why don't we just dispose of anyone that ever knew this man? Would that not take care of your problem sufficiently?
Governor, sir, all we ask for is a guard, perhaps 2. Just enough to protect the tomb until the 3rd day has passed. That way there should be no further deception from this Jesus.
Very well. Okay, Centurion, go and secure the tomb as best you know how, and put my seal on it. Take 2 experienced guards for 3 nights. I hope to hear no more of this Jesus of Nazareth. My wife was right. I should have had nothing to do with this man.
By the gods, this is boring work, Octavius. We've been here nearly 3 days and nothing's happened.
Why do you think they call it graveyard duty? I just wish the centurion would send someone to relieve us. Wait a minute. Look there. Maybe we'll get some company after all.
Soldier, report at once. What happened here?
Is that you, Centurion? I can't see a thing. There's an awful light. A man, like a god. He pushed away the stone. Where is Octavius? Is he still here? Is he dead?
No, our friend's not dead. He's coming around. Sergeant, tell me exactly what happened here.
Everything was so quiet, nothing out of the ordinary, and then we noticed some women coming down the road, and that's when it happened.
When what happened?
The earthquake, sir. The ground shook, and a man, like no man I've ever seen, appeared as if he rode a bolt of lightning down to the ground. he pushed that stone away like it was a pebble. I felt an awful fear crushing in my steps. Everything went black, and that's all I remember, sir.
The body's not there. Jesus is gone.
Oh no, we're all doomed! When Pilate hears of this, we'll all die!
Pilate will hear none of this, soldier. Forgive me, sir. We cannot let word of this get back. We will be crucified for dereliction of our duty. Now, it was that old priest and his cronies. They have as much at stake as this, and we do. I say we go get them and let them figure a way out of this. You agree, sir?
What? I'm sorry, I was thinking of something.
We got to get that priest, sir, to concoct some type of story. Like we were attacked by Jesus' followers or something. We got to get them to cover for us. This is as much their problem as it is ours. Are you with us, sir? Can we count on you?
No. Just go, Octavius. Return to Jerusalem and tell them whatever story you like. You'll get no argument from me. Just go. Some say life is just a series of decisions. We make choices, we live and learn. Standing at a crossroads, and I must choose which way to turn. Down the one road lies all the world can offer, with its power, its wealth and fame. On the other, just a man with nail scars in his hands, but there is mercy in his eyes, and there is power in his name. I choose Jesus, I choose Jesus, without a solitary doubt. I choose Jesus, not for miracles, but for loving me. Not for Bethlehem, but for Calvary. Not for a day, but for eternity. I choose Jesus. All my life I've sailed the sea of reason. I was captain of my soul. I saw no need for a savior. I could live life on my own, till I heard him speak the language of compassion, words of healing for broken lives. When we nailed him to the tree, his love included me. And now he's calling me to follow and to leave the past behind. I choose Jesus, I choose Jesus, without a solitary doubt. I choose Jesus, not for miracles, but for loving me. Not for Bethlehem, but for Calvary. Not for a day, but for eternity. I choose Jesus. Jesus.
Have you seen Marcus?
Marcus, what are you
The soldiers
doing
mustn't
here?
find me here. Pilate put a price on my head. I can't stay long, but I had to see you once again.
What have you done? Octavius was just here looking for you. He and some of the priests said you were involved in the theft of Jesus' body from the tomb. But I was there. There was no theft. I saw the angel. They're lying about you, Marcus. But why?
I made my choice, Hannah, that's all. A simple choice I should have made 2 years ago. But I was blind and foolish then. But there, at that tomb, it all became so simple, so clear to me. Jesus is who he said he was, and I've chosen to follow him. I'm starting over.
That's wonderful news, Marcus. But what will you do? Where will you go?
I don't know. I just got to get as far away from here as possible. But I don't want to go.
You won't be alone, Marcus. You won't ever be alone.